Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thanks for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we're doing a recap from the July 27th ESPN card that was headlined by Joyce and Chisora in a big heavyweight showdown. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So this fight right here was, we'll talk about the main event in a minute, but the undercard had some intriguing things on it. First, undefeated junior welterweight Brandon Lee remained undefeated with a decision victory. The three significant fights, though, you had the 130-pound showdown between Ryan Gardner and Archie Sharp, and Gardner just proved that he was more ready. You know, Sharp had his moments, but Gardner hurt him and just outworked Archie Sharp. You know, I had went with the guy with more experience when I took Archie Sharp to win this one. That's generally what I do, unless, until I see a guy has really proven himself. And Ryan Gardner proved me wrong, hey, and I'm happy on those ones. I don't really mind getting these fights wrong because there wasn't a lot of thought for me outside of experience, what's his name was Archie Sharp is a little more experienced, so I took him to win the fight, and he lost the decision, but he fought hard. It was a good action fight. So congratulations to Ryan Gardner on the victory, and we'll see how he does in the super featherweight division. Now he's definitely going to move up the rankings. That was a big win for him. I don't think he's a top 10 guy yet, but he's definitely on his way. Again, that was a good, solid performance. Next, we're going to look at the rematch that was Dennis McCann against Ionut Baluta. And again, this based on really experience, I took Ionut Baluta in this one. And hey, Dennis McCann went out there and proved me completely wrong. And I'm happy he did. We need new blood, at 122. This is a good super bantamweight fight. Baluta's kind of been there. He's a consummate kind of gatekeeper fighter. I still had him number 10 coming into the year. And now Dennis McCann is going to knock him out of the top 10. And he did it in impressive style. He completely outgunned him and outboxed him in this rematch. It wasn't close. He won by wide margins. Dennis McCann was ready. And now he has made himself a top 10 guy. This is a good win for him, a win that he needed, and to be honest, a win the super bantamweight division needed, because we need more undefeated guys on the rise. So a good, solid win for him. He actually has earned a What's Next video, so next week I will do his What's Next video and discuss him. But yeah, like I said, a good win for him. Ionut Baluta, no shame in dropping this fight, but he's definitely going to drop out of my top 10. He will not be getting a What's Next video. I've been a big fan of Baluta since he pulled off the huge upset over TJ Doheny back in 2020, right before the pandemic set in. And, since then, he's had a hell of a run. I don't think this one should discourage him from continuing to be that kind of gatekeeper fighter. You can make good money doing that. But Dennis McCann showed that he, is ready to go. So a tough loss, but Baluta can bounce back. The main event, Joyce, Chisora, heavyweight showdown. And what a victory for the 40-year-old Chisora. The consummate gatekeeper of the division takes on a top 10 guy who's trying to bounce back, and he beats him. And it was, if the knockdown didn't happen late in the fight, it would have been scored a draw. But the fact that he was in the fight and he showed the heart that he showed, and he kept fighting and he kept fighting. This is a grueling battle. These two guys were just going at it, and Chisora, you could tell he looked gassed out towards the middle of the fight, but he just kept throwing and he kept landing, and that perfectly timed right counterpunch is what put Joyce down. I think that was in the 8th or 9th round, And you know, that again, that's what gave him the victory. That knockdown was huge. He needed that. It would have been a draw if not. But Chisora, at 40 years old, gets maybe the kind of victory that he can seal his career with. Big time win. I'm probably gonna do a what's next video on him next week, because this was a good quality victory in a close fight. You know, Joyce was still a top 10 guy. So for Chisora, whether he's officially in my top 10 or not, I'm probably gonna do a what's next video on him. But Joyce, what a disappointment. What a drop for this guy. You know, this guy last year, less than a year and a half ago, this guy was the most feared fighter in the heavyweight division. You know, the most avoided guy, the guy nobody really wanted to fight. And then he faces Zhilei Zhang, and he just dropped from there. I mean, and then in the rematch against Zhang leaves no doubt and absolutely destroys him in the rematch. And what a drop-off. I mean, what a drop-off. You know, he got a victory in between, but just the guy has no defense. And it's a shame because his defense could be his offense. It could be a jab. It could be body punches and a jab like he used to do. And now he just seems like he wants to go out there and just throw bombs until he knocks you out. And, you know, that's not going to work with everybody. And he's also going to take shots in return. And he just took, you know, I personally thought he outworked Derek Chisora. But Chisora was landing the more eye-popping punches. You know, he was landing the bigger shots, the shots that judges favor. You know, and I thought that's what did Joyce in at the end of the day, was he just got hit with too many clean punches, and Derek Chisora just kept landing them. And that, again, that knockdown is what won the fight for that's what won the fight for Derek Chisora. So tough break for Joyce. I'm not sure if he's getting a what's next video or not, but I really don't know how he bounces back from this. He's 38, lost 3 of his last 4. You know, tough losses too. You know, it's going to be interesting to see how he bounces back. So that's it. That's what I got. That's my July 27th ESPN recap from the Derek Chisora and Joyce card that took place over in the United Kingdom. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing, and you've been hit with the truth.